This is the End Zone. Comment your favorite college football team down below. Let's get into it. Let's move the chains. Georgia football lands another big transfer quarterback from the transfer portal. It is former 5-star quarterback, former USC Trojan, JT Daniels. Now, he missed most of last year due to injuries, but he played a lot as a freshman at USC. Kedon Slovis eventually, I don't want to say beat him out, because unfortunately for JT Daniels, he was injured, and that paved the way for Kedon Slovis to take the starting quarterback job at USC, and eventually JT Daniels just couldn't break into it. But Daniels is a former 5-star quarterback. He was known for leaving high school early to come and play for the USC Trojans, a star in high school, and he's got a lot of potential, a lot of upside. He entered the transfer portal in April, and nobody expected Georgia to be a landing spot. Now, let's talk about Georgia's situation. So Jamie Newman has come in from Wake Forest, and both Jamie Newman and JT Daniels, their stats in weaker conferences, but they were also with weaker teams. So some people are saying they don't trust both quarterbacks because, they didn't have the greatest stats all the time. They weren't as consistent, but you have to keep in mind they're moving a step up in talent with their teams. They're going to have much better receivers, much better offensive line, especially Georgia. I know Georgia's losing about 3 offensive linemen this year, but I'm confident that they can build up and be better than USC and Wake Forest in terms of talent, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, all of that. They will be in a tougher conference, so I'm excited to see how these two quarterbacks respond. But you're probably wondering right now, will they have 2 transfer quarterbacks? What's going to happen? Well, Jamie Newman has immediate eligibility. That means that he can come in and start right away. It looks like JT Daniels will likely have to sit 1 year, so that'll give Daniels some time to get ready through this offense. He can get prepared, and he will be eligible for 2021. He'll likely be the starting quarterback. I mean, this is like landing a solid recruit for Georgia. It's like getting a 5-star recruit just a couple years later. It's actually exactly what it is. But I always felt that Georgia was one step away from becoming a real national title contender. I didn't think, although Jake Fromm was able to get to the playoffs, was able to get to a national championship, I was never really completely sold on Jake Fromm, and we saw last year his performance took a total dip, likely because the team around him also was not as good. I do think that Jake Fromm was a great quarterback at Georgia, but I think that JT Daniels and Jamie Newman have a higher ceiling than Jake Fromm and can possibly take Georgia farther. I think that Jamie Newman and former 5-star JT Daniels could increase the chances for Georgia and could help Georgia a lot, especially in that big SEC conference with a lot of competition. You got Florida, Alabama, they play them in cross-conference play, always having Auburn on that schedule. If you look at JT Daniels' stats, 11 games, 2,600 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions as a freshman. So let me know what you think down below. Do you think that this is a big pickup for the Georgia Bulldogs? Thanks for watching the End Zone. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment so we can move the chains.